Imagine a luxury SUV that claims to combine the off-road toughness of a Land Cruiser with the comfort of a five-star hotel. That's exactly what Lexus says about the brand new 2025 LX. But is it really the game changer they want you to believe, or just another expensive badge in a crowded lineup of giants like the Escalade and Range Rover? Today, we're breaking down the features, design, and hidden details that might surprise you, and by the end, you'll know whether the 2025 Lexus LX deserves a spot on your shortlist. So, is this the SUV that finally raises the bar? Let's find out.
The Lexus LX has always carried a reputation for being the luxury twin of Toyota's Land Cruiser, a rugged foundation wrapped in elegance. For 2025, Lexus isn't just refreshing the badge, they're positioning the LX as a direct rival to America's favorite big luxury SUVs, from Cadillac's Escalade to the Range Rover. This isn't just about size or status. It's about whether Lexus can finally balance unstoppable durability with the kind of technology and comfort today's buyers expect. On paper, the LX promises to do exactly that. But does it actually deliver when you look beyond the surface? That's what we're about to uncover.
Step up to the 2025 Lexus LX, and the first thing that strikes you is presence. The massive spindle grille framed by sharp LED headlights makes sure this SUV doesn't just blend into traffic, it dominates it. The body lines are cleaner and more modern than before, yet there's still a hint of ruggedness, reminding you of its Land Cruiser DNA. Move around to the side and you'll see 22-inch alloy wheels, squared-off proportions, and a stance that communicates strength without feeling bloated. It's the kind of design that says luxury, but still looks at home parked in front of a ski lodge or pulling into a desert trail.
Step inside, and the story shifts from rugged to refined. The cabin is layered with soft-touch leather, real wood, and metal accents. The new 12.3-inch infotainment screen sits seamlessly above a smaller digital display, creating a cockpit that feels futuristic without overwhelming you with clutter. Every seat is wide, supportive, and deeply cushioned. Even in the third row, often an afterthought in large SUVs, passengers get decent space and dedicated climate controls. Lexus has also doubled down on quietness. With extra insulation and active noise canceling, the LX feels more like a rolling lounge than a truck-based SUV.
But the real question is performance. Under the hood, the LX now runs a 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 instead of the old V8. On paper, that might sound like a downgrade, but here's the twist. Power has gone up to 409 horsepower with a hefty 479 pound-feet of torque. That means stronger acceleration, smoother highway merging, and towing capacity that competes directly with Cadillac and Lincoln. The 10-speed automatic transmission shifts cleanly, and with multiple drive modes, you can dial in comfort for city commutes or toughness for weekend adventures. It's a reminder that the LX is not just about leather seats and chrome badges. It's still built to handle dirt, snow, and sand when asked.
Technology plays just as big a role. The interface is finally more user-friendly, ditching the old, frustrating touchpad for a clean touchscreen layout. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, along with a head-up display that projects navigation and speed directly onto the windshield. Lexus also includes a suite of safety features: adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, and a 360-degree camera system that's especially handy when maneuvering something this large in tight parking lots. One clever detail? The underbody camera that lets you see through the front of the car when off-roading, something you don't often find in this class.
Of course, no SUV is perfect. Some critics argue the steering still feels a bit numb compared to sportier competitors. Others point out that while the LX has modern tech, its interface still trails the sleekness of Mercedes or BMW systems. And while fuel economy is improved, don't expect Prius numbers. You're still driving a nearly 3-ton SUV.
So where does that leave us? The 2025 Lexus LX delivers a strong mix of luxury, power, and legendary durability. But whether it's enough to outshine rivals comes down to two critical factors: value for money and how it performs against the likes of the Escalade and Range Rover. And that's exactly where things start to get interesting.
Out on the open road, the 2025 Lexus LX finally shows its true hand. The The twin-turbo V6 delivers a surge of torque that pushes this nearly 3-ton SUV forward with surprising ease. Merging onto the freeway feels effortless, and for a moment, you forget you're driving something the size of a small apartment. The cabin stays eerily silent, even as the speedometer climbs, almost like you're sealed off from the outside world. But here's the real shocker. Take it off the highway and onto a rough trail, and the LX doesn't hesitate. The adaptive suspension smooths out ruts, the underbody camera keeps you aware of what's beneath, and with crawl control engaged, it climbs with the kind of confidence you'd expect from a Land Cruiser, not a luxury SUV covered in chrome. It's a reminder that beneath the stitched leather and polished wood, there's still a rugged soul.
The turning point comes when you compare it directly with rivals. Against the Cadillac Escalade, the LX feels more composed and less floaty. Versus the Range Rover, it may lack some flash, but its reliability record tilts the scales in Lexus's favor. And while some critics predicted the switch from V8 to V6 would water down the experience, the reality is the opposite. The new engine makes the LX quicker, more efficient, and in many ways, more enjoyable to drive. Still, it's not flawless. Steering feedback leaves something to be desired, and if ultimate tech wow factor is your priority, Mercedes or BMW might tempt you away. But here's the twist. The LX doesn't try to be everything. It stays true to its core, durable, capable, and quietly confident. So, does the 2025 Lexus LX finally strike the perfect balance between luxury and toughness? That's the question we're about to answer in the verdict. After putting the 2025 Lexus LX through its paces, the verdict is clear. This isn't just another luxury SUV refresh, it's a statement. Lexus has managed to preserve the Land Cruiser's toughness while finally delivering the kind of comfort and refinement buyers in this segment demand. The pros are undeniable: a powerful new engine, an interior that feels like a sanctuary, advanced safety and tech, and an off-road capability most rivals can't touch. On the flip side, steering feedback could be sharper. Fuel economy still lags behind smaller luxury SUVs, and the infotainment system, while improved, doesn't quite match the polish of German competitors. So who should buy it? If you're the kind of driver who values reliability, long-term ownership, and the peace of mind that your SUV can survive both city life and the wilderness, the LX is built for you. Families will appreciate the space and comfort, adventurers will respect this off-road pedigree, and luxury seekers will enjoy its quiet confidence. But if you're chasing cutting-edge tech or a sportier drive, you may lean toward Mercedes, BMW, or even Range Rover. In the broader U.S. market, the 2025 Lexus LX fills a rare gap, a luxury SUV that doesn't just look tough, it actually is. And as more buyers demand versatility without sacrificing comfort, this blend of ruggedness and refinement could very well set a new benchmark. The bottom line? The 2025 Lexus LX proves that sometimes evolution is better than revolution. It stays true to its roots while pushing just far enough forward to matter in today's market. The only question is, does this SUV fit your lifestyle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Would you take the LX over an Escalade or a Range Rover? And if you enjoyed this review, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and join us for more deep dives into the cars shaping the future of driving.